Do not let your ego stop you from the momentum of continuing forward. It's going to be up and down the journey you're on. You're going to feel like the king of the world, the queen of the world at some points, and you're going to feel like, is what you're doing really worth it at other points? But you have to understand that that's what growth is supposed to be. The ascension to your goals is not linear. It is tumultuous. You are going to go through ups and you're going to go through downs. You're going to go through peaks and you're going to go through valleys. Do not think it's a straight shot to the top. If you think it's a straight shot to the top, you're probably just a hopeless romantic. And, I resonate with that because I too am a hopeless romantic. But at the end of the day, I understand the reality of things. Even with love, with your goals too, it's up and down and it's going to hurt. I just finished a doubleheader weekend touring with R&B Only. We did a show in Richmond, Virginia. Amazing energy in Richmond. I'm from the DMV, so I love going back to Virginia because there's just something about how we celebrate out there. And Virginia, I'm from Maryland, but Virginia always shows love as well. Richmond was great, and now I'm in Philadelphia, and I actually graduated from Temple University. So being in Philadelphia is extremely nostalgic for me as it's my second home. I bring up the topic of ego because it's important to understand that when you're not exactly where you want to be yet, but you're on your way there, the people you talk to, the actions you take, the reflections you have, the thoughts you have about yourself, they're going to be so all over the place. But you have to remain focused on the macro goal. Macro focus is understanding where you're going and understanding the steps that's going to take to get there. Meaning that if you want to make a certain amount of money in 2 years, or if you want to start a business, grow a certain following, you have a big macro goal, 50,000 followers, $100 million, whatever it is. When you have a big macro goal, the little details don't stop or change what the main goal is. Micro focus is the little wins you get. Oh, I made $20,000 today, or oh, this girl liked me, or I got 100 followers today. That's micro focuses, the little things. You cannot allow the micro focuses to deter your macro focus. Meaning you can't allow the little ups and downs, the peaks and valleys that you experience in your journey stop you from where you essentially want to go. You can redefine the vehicle that's going to take you to your goals, but you cannot allow yourself to deter yourself from your main goal just because of a little bit of discomfort and a little bit of pain that comes from the journey to the top. Being in Philly, I get to see my line brothers from my fraternity. I get to see old friends. I get to see people that knew me as the boy I was that came to Philly to go to school. They get to see me perform at the level that I am now as the man I've become. Normally when I do shows, even myself, my ego can start talking to me about, you're not there yet. You still have so much more work to do. Oh, you have to get better here, blah, 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 blah. But being able to have the right people around me, like people I trust, people that saw me grow up from the jump, come and tell me and give testimonials of the growth, help me with my ego, and they help me reflect on the fact that, wow, I'm being my own biggest critic when there's people right here telling me, wow, you've grown so much. I share this story to say that's the same situation that you're going to be in. You're doing so much good work. You're focusing, you're developing. You cannot get lost looking for validations and celebrations. And that's because you have a macro focus. You know where you really want to go. So you can't let any micro losses or any micro wins get you too high or get you too low. You have to stay even keeled and keep going with the flow. And going with the flow, it's going to hurt. There's going to be people you can't talk to as much because they create more limiting beliefs. There's going to be thoughts that you have to catch yourself from having because those thoughts are negative and they're going to bring you back down to a lower vibration, and that's not the frequency you need to be on. You need to focus on the frequency that gets you to the top of the mountain. And that frequency is, no matter what happens, every loss is a lesson. No matter what happens, every win is a step in the right direction. But whatever happens, I'm going to get where I need to go. And I have to do what I need to do to get where I need to go. And this, I promise you, I say this with such passion because it's not for everybody. Not everybody can do this, but you can do it if you choose to do it. And that's the difference. It's not that nobody can do it. It's not that you have to be a specific type of person to do it. It's just that everybody can't do it. But you have to decide if you're the one who can do it. Don't let that go over your head. Just understand, when you have tunnel vision for where you want to go, you can't be letting what you see out the window stop you from going down those tracks to where you want to go. And it's gonna be a bumpy road. It's gonna be a lonely road sometimes. It's gonna be a road very misunderstood. But you know the bigger picture that you're going for. You know the impact and the ability you're gonna have to help the people around you. As long as you're doing this for the right reasons, and as long as your heart is in it, you're gonna achieve it. Just don't stop. Everybody goes through this process. It's never going to be peaches, ice cream, roses, and candy to get to your dream. You guys have seen the documentaries, you've heard all the stories, you've read the books. So don't think it's gonna be any different for you. And honestly, you shouldn't wish that it is. Because without this journey, you don't become the person that's capable of handling what you get at the top of the mountain. And like I always say, I share my stories to help you tell your story, so that way we can keep writing history. And right now, you're in a journey and in a process that's gonna take you to the top of your dreams. And you just have to keep going. Because believe me, anybody who tells you that it's supposed to be easy and they didn't hurt is lying to you. I ain't never gonna tell you no lie. And I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt. But you're not alone in it. Keep going. Tell your story. Live your life. Achieve your dream. But whatever you do, don't stop believing. I mean, literally, they make all this music about this. Like, all these, like, cringe posters and motivational things literally tell us the blueprint to this stuff. That's my TED Talk. Y'all know what it is. It's Apex Laurent. I got a lot more videos coming out. Make sure you stay tuned for my 75-day hard breakdown. And I have another video, how I lost $30,000 in my first business. We got a lot to talk about. Apex Laurent, we out.